All right, good evening. We are going to start our program, so if you guys are set, we will get started. if you are able, will you please rise for the presentation of colors by the Kent Metro Honor Guard and the singing of the national anthem by Wyoming Police Department's Todd Masula?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming? Whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you. Please take a seat. Well, good evening. My name is Dave Koch. I'm the Corrections Academy Director here at GRCC. And first want to just thank everybody for coming and celebrating the graduation and the accomplishments of our academy. This is our 13th Corrections Academy, and it's by far our largest Corrections Academy with 29 students. And I think that's a great sign showing the interest in joining the ranks of our corrections staff and corrections professionals. What we're doing here tonight is we're celebrating the completion of a 160-hour Corrections Academy. This academy is it's required for those working in our Kent County or in our county jails. Kent is represented here today. Allegan and Ottawa counties are represented, and it's a long haul. It's 160 hours, 4 weeks, and it's been a lot of hours in a really hot classroom. Before I get too far, I'd like to recognize some distinguished guests that are here with us tonight from GRCC. We have our provost, Dr. Sheila Jones. Our board of trustees, we have Cheryl Siegel. We have our brand new dean of School of Business and Industry, Dr. Clement Moore. Our criminal justice department head, Professor Linnell Talbert. And then I see around the room, we've got some distinguished guests from the law enforcement community. We have Sheriff Stephen Kempker, Sheriff Frank Baker, and Under Sheriff Chuck DeWitt. I recognized him versus the other under sheriffs only because he used to be my boss, so. All right. A little bit more about the academy that they've completed. It's 160 hours, like I said, and it includes instruction in what I think of as all things corrections. You have booking and intake, corrections law, cultural diversity, custody and security, ethics, fire safety, first aid and CPR, interpersonal communication, prisoner behavior, report writing, stress management, subject control and defense tactics, suicide awareness, and workplace harassment. And like I said, it's been a long haul in a very hot classroom. As new corrections officers, they will be called upon to serve and protect our community, their coworkers, their agencies, and those who are incarcerated. It will not be easy, and their willingness to serve as corrections officers is a noble and deserving of recognition. Tonight we're going to start off with some words of wisdom from Under Sheriff Chuck DeWitt from the Kent County Sheriff's Department.
So, good evening. My name is Chuck DeWitt, and I'm the Undersheriff of the Kent County Sheriff's Office. And I want to thank Director Koch for giving me the honor and the privilege to be able to recognize the accomplishments of your loved ones, of your deputies, your officers, because it is truly an accomplishment and one that does deserve everyone's attention. Please do not take it lightly. But also for putting on another great academy to helping ensure that our staff are trained to the highest standards. I also take note that I'm one of the speakers between you and being able to get home to root for the Lions. So my normal 25-page little recognition has been reduced down to 12. So just bear with me and we'll get through this as quickly as we can. But before addressing the graduates, I would like to address you, the audience. Many thanks go out to you, the families, friends, and coworkers for coming to witness this fine group of deputies as they graduate from the Grand Rapids Community College Corrections Academy. It is a momentous day, and you should be proud of your loved one. Your support today is so important, but please be mindful that they will continue to need your support throughout their career. If it is not already known, your loved one has taken on a career that at times has no boundaries. This is not a 9-to-5, Monday through Friday operation. And even though they may be home with you, their hearts and minds may be miles away as they see and hear their brothers and sisters in harm's way trying to keep their community, our community, safe. Give them grace at times, give them space, but never leave their side and never let them lose sight that there is far more goodwill spread by deputies than there is that which is portrayed. And now, to each and every one of you, congratulations. I am honored and humbled to celebrate alongside you. Being a corrections officer requires some innate traits that only some people possess. And I believe to be a good officer, there is a calling. It is this calling that must align with the innate traits that you have. However, in my heart of hearts, I do not think what brought you to this noble field matters. What matters is what you choose to do with this opportunity within this great and noble profession. Professionalism, integrity, and the knowledge of your job will propel you into having a successful career. Lean on the curriculum and training that you have devoted hours to memorizing, but more importantly, understanding. Rely on the experiences of your instructors, your training officers, of those who came before you, but most importantly, do not forget the relationships that you have forged with the group of officers that sit beside you today. Why? Because success within this profession has the potential for profound impact far beyond yourself. This is why it takes a special type of person, a person like you, to be an officer. You see, in this profession, you have the unique opportunity to make a positive impact on an inmate's life, an inmate who is someone's neighbor or loved one, an opportunity that before God, you have raised your right hand and took an oath that you will faithfully perform the duties of an officer to the best of your ability. Do not take these words, meaning, or oath lightly, as the spouses, children, mothers, fathers, friends of our inmates, of our community, and your coworkers are counting on you to be at your very best each and every shift. As you heard earlier, there are a couple of key traits in our career that are essential: professional and integrity. In fact, I am sure at one point in your career, you will hear a supervisor say that you need to act like a professional or you must be professional. You may walk away from that conversation thinking, okay, but what does that mean? What does that look like? So, with the help of Google, let me paint a picture of professionalism. 1, appearance, grooming, hygiene. This speaks to your uniform. Is it clean? Are there wrinkles? Is it free from wear and tear? I really should have amended this since we've changed some policies. Did you shave before your shift? Does your hairstyle meet policy? Competence. Do you know and can you apply your policies and procedures? Do you understand the laws that speak to and drive those policy decisions? But most importantly, if you don't know the answer to a question, do you have the confidence to say, I don't know, but I will get that answer for you? Productivity and self-direction. As a supervisor, I expect an honest day's work for an honest day's pay. I don't expect you to be doing something every minute of your shift, but I do expect you to stay busy much of your shift. Ask yourself, is what I am doing getting us closer to the goal of providing a safe and secure facility for the inmates to live and my fellow officers to work? If the answer is no, then do something about it. Don't wait to be told. Respect for the customer. Who is or who will be your customer? Loyalty, teamwork, and accountability. Terms that if you do not understand, you are in the wrong profession. The last of the key traits essential to any public service employee, especially one that has the power and authority to restrict another person's rights and freedom, is integrity. Some may think that integrity equates to honesty. Well, honesty is a component of integrity, but it is not the end-all, be-all. Integrity goes well beyond just being honest. Integrity comes from the Latin word integer, meaning whole or complete. In other words, integrity speaks to the complete you. Integrity demands a consistent and uncompromising adherence to strong morals, values, and ethical principles. Integrity, much like your badge, will protect your heart. To sum up this lesson, let me share a story. My neighbors raise chickens, ducks, and a goose, and he has a habit of letting them out of their fenced-in area to roam. Often, they will wander into our yard, and if left alone, they come further and further into our yard. Over time, my family and I began to take note of two that seemed to stick close to one another. We grew fond of them and decided to give them names: Kevin, the goose, and Harold, the duck. It did not matter where they went, rest assured, Kevin was with Harold. But upon closer observation, not only was Kevin always with Harold, but Kevin always seemed to position himself between Harold and us. One day, my wife and son came running frantic into the house because Kevin, the goose, walked up to them hissing. So I went outside to check it out, and sure enough, Kevin rapidly approached me with his neck stretched out and squawking, stopping just short of me. And much as what you would expect, Harold was a short distance away, with Kevin between he and I. Kevin's behavior intrigued me. So I looked it up. And the best that I could tell, Kevin is either an African or a Chinese goose. Which one really doesn't matter, as what I found interesting was both breeds are commonly known as guardian geese. Kevin stands out amongst the chickens and the ducks. And when he waddles into our yard, he does so with a presence. The bump on his beak makes him very distinguishable and almost adds to his persona. When Kevin decides to let out a quack, it is loud, and one cannot help but stop and look. Kevin welcomes challenges, constantly putting himself in dangerous situations, all to protect Harold. And although Kevin looks, acts, and talks differently than Harold, Kevin is there as Harold's guardian. My question to you is this: as you start your career, if you had to choose to be an animal, what would it be? Would it be a lion, a beast that is feared and whose survival is dependent upon preying upon the weak? Would it be a gorilla, an imposing figure that demands and earns respect by being the toughest, strongest, and most dominant one amongst all challengers? Would it be a donkey? As there are children in the room, I will let you think about that one. I implore you, be the goose and succeed as you are trained. There's a reason you are in this profession, and people with your strength, resilience, compassion, and integrity are needed to serve. In closing, I need you to turn and look at your neighbor in the eye. Go ahead, you can look. And thank them for the support that I know that they will provide to you. Now, turn to your other neighbor and first apologize for not selecting them first, but also thank them for their future support, as you'll need it. We cannot do this job alone. And lastly, much like Director Koch shared, make sure to fully celebrate today. Your hard work and choice of professionalism is deserved of this. But know that in the days to come, you will be provided the opportunities to propel yourself in your career. It is your choice on how to proceed. Thank you.
All right. No pressure. But on the heels of that, we are going to, each class selects a spokesperson to talk about their academy experience. And session 13's class spokesperson is Deputy Kyle Phillips.
All right, no pressure, right? Try and keep it short and sweet. I know we got a Lions game tonight, so good evening, everyone. First of all, I'd like to thank you all for attending our graduation. It means a lot that you showed up today. Next, I'd like to thank all of our instructors and our director. These past 4 weeks have flown by, well, depending on who you ask. But these 4 weeks have not gone by without important lessons learned and new experiences gained. Our instructors did a great job teaching us the skills and the knowledge to succeed in our new career. Not many understand all that goes into being a corrections professional. All of the instructors have been a wealth of knowledge for us. And to my fellow graduates, I'd like to congratulate all of you on your new positions. I'm proud of all of you for embarking on such a difficult career. This career is often thankless, but there are very few jobs more important than this. Through the long hours, stressful days, it is important for us to have a support system. All of our friends and family here today, you play a critical role in our success. As the weeks, months, and years go by, we find ourselves needing support the most. So I ask all of you to show your support in any way that you can. It means more than you'll ever know. Again, to all my peers and classmates, it has been an honor to learn and build our skills together. These will be the moments we'll remember for the rest of our careers. Let us cherish them and not forget the valuable lessons we have learned. Good luck to you all, but more importantly, be safe and be vigilant. I can't wait to see what the future holds for all of us. Thank you.
We'd like to give one special recognition. This is something new for us. We've asked the Academy to select their most outstanding performance in this Academy, and when they voted on this, I asked them, like, who would you want to work with? Who would you want to work for? If you were in a position to hire somebody, who would you pick? Who best embodies the characteristics, the traits, the skills of a professional corrections officer? And after a contentious vote, our Outstanding Performance Award goes to Deputy Joshua DeYoung. All right, we will present their certificates now, so please rise.
Daviana Adams. Julia Andujar Sanchez. Dustin Batter. Andreas Badillo Huarthro. Courtney Beaumont. Luke Buitendijk. Michael Decline. Joshua DeYoung. Raymond Edwards. Soraya Figard. Chase Grunhout. Robert Holford. Samuel Heisman. Deshaun Johnson. Tyler Johnson. Joseph Lesman. Samuel Lucas. Jose Medina. Noah Malicious. Rocio Nino. Quinzel Pinnell. Kyle Phillips. Kevin Pierce. Matthew Rogalski. Jacob Stutzman. Zachary Thomas. Desiree Underwood. Ryan Vanderveen.
All right, in closing, I would just once again like to give them a round of applause as a group. Thank them for their choice. Thanking them for their choice to serve in such a vital and noble capacity. In closing, I would just like to say to all of you, may God bless you and keep you. May you serve with integrity, respect, and dedication. And congratulations. You're dismissed.